satellite. We are on free to air satellite. Also, go to www.ipob.org. We are there, live and direct. Once you click there, once you open the platform, the website, you click to Radio Biafra RBL, Radio Biafra London Live, and you'll be listening. You'll be hearing us. Also, you can go to PayPal section in order to donate and give to support what we are doing. No amount is too big, no amount is too small. Go to PayPal and donate. Moreover, you can download IPOB Community Radio. What you can do to people, one of the best things you can do to people is, if somebody that doesn't hear Radio Biafra, but they have smartphone, he doesn't listen to Radio Biafra, please tell him you are carrying Radio Biafra in the hand, but you don't know. Go to Play Store and download for the person in his phone. These are efforts. All these things are different efforts to this struggle. You can contribute it by downloading for people in their own telephones, in their own smartphones. IPOB Community Radio is a very low data consuming application. And in addition to that, you will also download Simple Radio. Simple Radio, download it. Inside Simple Radio, once it's downloaded, now you search for Radio Biafra London. You can also be listening through there. Also, in different social media, you can be listening via social media. Different parts of social media, you can be listening to us live. Therefore, once again, let me repeat, do not forget that we are here live and direct. Today is the 17th day of July 2024. But why I'm repeating this is for people to understand that we are live and direct. Therefore, we must continue until Biafra is restored. Onye boss on there. That is what we are, who we are. We don't run. We don't abandon. We must continue. That is it. Therefore, before I continue, I will read IPOB press release of 17th of July 2024. IPOB press release of today. Avert the gathering storm and release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as his health deteriorates. IPOB. The global family and movement of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, led by the resolute leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, once again call for the unconditional release of our leader from DSS solitary confinement over his deteriorating health condition. The Nigerian government is intentionally provoking IPOB by refusing to release our leader, even when the Nigerian and international courts have ordered for his unconditional release. IPOB wishes to reiterate that the life of our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in danger in the solitary confinement of the DSS in Abuja. We have persistently called on the Nigerian government to release our leader, as both international and local law institutions have ordered for his release. Many prominent Nigerians, religious, traditional, and political leaders, including 50 members of the National Assembly, have equally called for his release, but the Tinubu's government has refused to listen to the voice of reason by refusing to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Just like his notorious predecessor, government of Buhari, Tinubu's government has discontinued similar cases of terrorism and treason charges against 2 Yoruba activists and a Fulani militia leader. In the case of an Igbo man, unarmed freedom activist Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, this same Tinubu's government have vehemently refused to release him. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu had subsisting local and international judgments that ordered for his release, unlike the other cases discontinued by the federal government without any court judgment. We are enumerating all these injustices to demonstrate that the federal government of Nigeria is intentionally provoking the anger of IPOB and Ndibo. IPOB has maintained a non-violent approach in the Biafra struggle, irrespective of the high-handedness of the Nigerian government against Biafra activists. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is seriously sick and must be released unconditionally from VSS solitary confinement for him to treat himself before something unpredictable and unimaginable happens to him. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's health is going down every day under VSS solitary confinement because of the nature of his health issues. IPOB is calling on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his Attorney General Fatai Fagbemi again to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu so that he can go and treat himself before it's too late. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB members have been persecuted for over a decade by the Nigerian state because of Biafra's self-determination. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped and extraordinarily renditioned to Nigeria and has been detained in solitary confinement for over 3 years. Although no court in Nigeria has found him guilty, yet he is being persecuted by the tribal bigot government of Nigeria. President Ahmed Bola Tinubu, please note that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is sick and something terrible can happen to him if he is not released. Nothing must happen to him in the DSS solitary confinement in Abuja. As John F. Kennedy said, those who make peaceful change impossible will make violent change inevitable. Comrade Emma Powerful, Media and Publicity Secretary for the indigenous people of Biafra. We are calling once again for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He is sick. He is sick. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been released by the Nigerian court since 10th of October 2022. But the Nigerian government said no, that they are not going to release him. It doesn't matter what happens, he must be released. That is the bottom line. Therefore, we are not going to continue giving warning that this and that, but Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must be released. That has been our stand and we continue. Therefore, we must continue what we are doing. The restoration of Biafra is sacrosanct, highly sacrosanct. I say highly sacrosanct. That is why we are here. Therefore, we must continue in what we are doing. Therefore, before I go into the discussion or the submission, today's submission, I want to just go to reading few news headlines. Few news headlines. Just hold on 1 second. I'll be right back.
Oh yes, my people, una well done o. Obodo Naija don carry census burst out o. Oya, bring your ear close make we yarn. Anywhere you dey, if na Biafran you be, whenever they wan count census for Nigeria, kukuma come back to Biafra land o. Make them count you in your own land, because during election they killed us in the north and Yoruba land, and na them still talk say we no get right to vote in their land. So time don come make we boost our population, and if you no fit return, selenge for your house, make you no participate, because them go add una number for the region where una dey. Another one be say, if you dey north and your tribe no be Fulani, when you wan fill the form, identify your tribe. No go write Fulani, e dey very important. In this census, if Biafrans go come back like tomorrow no dey, them go know say we plenty for this obodo Naija wey we dey so. We go use this census exercise to ascertain our population and the size of amenities wey we need in Biafran territory. Remember every obstacle wey we get for this freedom, IPOB don dey dismantle am small small, and this population census go be another evidence to that effect. All hail Biafra, Biafra will hail you.
Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. Today is the 17th day of July 2024. Therefore, as I said, I will go into just few news headlines before going to the subject matter of today. Let me start with this. Kidnappers attack El Rufai estate in Abuja, shoot resident, exchange fire with policemen in Abuja. Now, what I want to ask is this. All this insecurity, even in Abuja, exchanging fire with policemen. Do you have any houses being burnt now? Do you have, or do you see police and military being deployed to go and kill any person they can see? These are, we make sure to bring you to reason. Are you hearing me? We want you to reason because we have logic. Superior argument is on our side. If it's in Biafra land, they will, because of this, render lives of people in that area unbearable. But it's in Abuja. So, nothing. Insecurity is everywhere. Even in Abuja. Remember, Abuja is the capital of that zoo called Nigeria. Okay. Let me go to the second news headline. Nigeria police arrests inspector for robbery in Kogi, leading gang of car snatchers. You see what we have been shouting, IPOB, we have been shouting about this in our land. That all this kidnapping, robbery, insecurity they are tagging on IPOB is, most of them are being done, led by the Nigerian forces. I am telling you. In Kogi, they arrest the policeman leading armed robbery gang in Kogi. What about what is happening in Imo State? Every time we shout it, but they don't, because give how do you say it? Give a dog a bad name in order to hang it. Anything that happens if it's in our land, in Biafra land now, all those robberies, they say it's ESN. Oh, yes, and they will kill innocent people, kidnap innocent Biafran youths, and showcase them to the Zoom media that they are the criminals, they are the gang, they are armed robbers. That is what we are suffering in our land. But it happened in Kogi, and they arrested the policeman in charge of the gang. This is what is happening everywhere in our land. The insecurity happening in our land is mostly state-sponsored insecurity. It's state-sponsored criminality going on in our land. We on IPOB, we understand the capacity of a government, of a state. We know. That's why when I see people that are saying, Biafra land to be peaceful, this and that, yes. But the authors of those insecurity is the Nigerian government. Is the Nigerian government complete? Nothing more. They are doing it in order to tag everything to IPOB, to ESN. Don't you see now? Have you forgotten one time in Aba when they shot and killed some unknown gunmen? Upon searching them, their corpses, they saw they were Nigerian military or Nigerian police with Nigerian military ID card. They are Nigerian police, and they kept it quiet, but we saw it. I think last year or last 2 years. Have you forgotten? So this is what has been going on in our land. For you to understand what we are fighting, we are fighting a very sophisticated war. Nigerian government, they are instigating kidnapping in our land. In our forest, they are using Fulani headsmen. They are instigating kidnapping using Nigerian military, using Nigerian police, in order to commit all these horrendous acts, so that our people will continue shouting, so that whenever the Nigerian government come and say, oh, it is ESN, people will say, Instead of us to continue suffering like this, let us, I beg, ESN, we pursue ESN and IPOB. We don't want IPOB again. These are propaganda, a kind of war, war propaganda. It's manipulation. Are you hearing what I'm saying? It's a way to discourage our people. They will come and orchestrate insecurities in our land in order for the people to rise up against, and their media, they will be using their media, pinning it, everything on IPOB, whereas they are the people sponsoring everything, carrying out everything, so that the people will be tired, because they know that our people love peace. Even if it is a piece of slavery, peace under slavery, they love it. Like this kind of, and is it not the peace we have been staying since 1970 to today? Are we really in peace? I used to say we don't want this dangerous peace. We don't want it. A peace that will be, we will be victims of the peace. No, we don't want it. To hell with it. We want to be free and free forever, because every nation's fought for their freedom. Once, wherever you are hearing me from, in Europe, in America, in Japan, they once in their lifetime or many times fought for what they are enjoying today. Many countries fought different wars. They fought and continue fighting for them to be where they are today. So once you are, scavenging for peace at all costs, you will be the victim of that peace. That is what happened to us in Nigeria. Every time it's peace, peace. And we become the sacrificial lamb for the peace. Then what type of peace is that? The Nigerian government is sponsoring directly the insecurity, the kidnapping in our land, the armed robbery in our land, because it's a tool, it's a war tool. They are a propaganda material for them to be tagging it on ESN. That is it. Any slightest in the tag, we know it's an intelligent job. But the issue is that do our people understand? Many of our people have very, simple brain. They don't have sophisticated brains of thinking in a sophisticated manner. But IPOB will do. That is it. So this Kogi police inspector in Kogi, he has been caught and arrested. He is leading different gangs of armed robbery, kidnap, everything. Imagine he's in our land. He will be the person, that armed robber, that man that they caught now, will always be at the forefront and hunting. He will come like Abba Kyari, the former police officer. He will be at the forefront. It's ESN. Whereas he's the person doing it, commandeering it, being used by the Nigerian government to do it. That is how they act. They will be at the forefront shouting, yeah, ESN, I will deal with them. Don't worry. But they are the people doing it. You have seen it now in Kogi. In Kogi, you have seen it. Okay. Now, the last but not the least on the distance, on the news headline is this. Let me just bring it out. UAE government hikes visa application to 640,000 naira. Wants Nigeria to show $10,000 bank balance. UAE that came to borrow money from Obasanjo, 1970s, and he mocked them. That is a desert. Today, they are hiking. Visa fee, where have you seen it? Visa fee of 640, maybe $400 to $500. Where did you see this thing? And wants Nigeria to show $10,000 bank balance. Because you're a Nigerian. That is it. Because you are a Nigerian. So you are exploitable. I think the president of Equatorial Guinea openly challenged Spain that they are exploiting, scamming their people. They collect the visa fee, they don't give them visa. In Nigeria, who talks for you? Do you see why they want Nigeria to continue being? Because you are exploitable. If which government, which person will talk for you? They will even encourage them to continue. You pay your visa fee, they will not even give you visa. That one is gone. It's non-refundable. It's written there. It's non-refundable. Do you know how much they are making? Do you know how much European governments, American governments are making on Nigeria only on visa fee? What of this TOEFL, test of English as a foreign language? What of TOEFL, which they conduct every week? Do you know how much they make from it? Every day. Visa fee only is crude oil money. Do you know that? So the other people, the West is exploiting your misery, and you become more misery. You become more miserable. They want you. That is what. These are the reasons why they want to want Nigeria. No, you are going nowhere. You have to be Nigeria. Papa, why are there? You are Nigeria. The unity of Nigeria is not negotiable. The unity of Nigeria is their destiny is their diversity. How do they say it? You understand? So why? Because of this, they are exploiting you. 200 and something million people. Do you know what it means? Do you know what Nigerians consume in a day that comes from abroad? Do you know countries to sell their market? You are a market center in Nigeria. Look at Dubai, United Arab Emirates. You have a high visa application because everybody wants to go. So 640,000 naira for your visa application, visa fee. And it's not guaranteed that they will give you visa. It's not a refundable fee. Do you know that? Do you know that? You lose it, you go and sit down. Who will you complain to? Does Nigerian government care for you? Because why is it so? Because Nigeria is created for the people to be dummies. Nigeria is created for exploitation. It's not like any other country. Are you hearing me? Nigeria is not like any other country. I saw a video clip of, I think, in Oba, where Buba got shot and killed somebody. Anywhere, everyone just say somebody, you know, wow. Which kind of situation is this? Or a time whereby we can be suicidal in what we are doing. Yeah, what type of life is this? Every time we are wailing. Do you know why Arabs are respected? Because they are ready to die for their cause. Whereas you love good life. So we're not dulling now. That's it. Until you rise up. Until you understand that you have to give away your life in order to get it. That is it. Nigerians are suffering. The misery of Nigerians is the benefit is to the advantage of foreigners. And that is why I'm going to preach about it today. Listen to a Kenyan cabinet officer that resigned honorably because of the protest of the population. I will play it before I go to the subject matter today. Have you ever seen a Nigerian politician resign honorably because of what is happening? No. Have you ever seen it? Because Nigeria is not like any other country. Even Tinubu, before he became a president, he expressed it privately to somebody, saying, "Now leave this. Nigeria is not like any other country. So leave." I think you get what I'm saying. It's high time you join IPOB in one way or the other. Whether you're even a Biafran, we are fighting for your goodness as a people. We are fighting to save lives in Nigeria because Britain is using Nigeria to kill everybody, to sentence everybody into what we are. We are not. What we are not. Britain used Nigeria to cage everybody. to try to recreate us to another type of homo. Is it homo erectus or homo something? I don't know. Not homo sapiens. For them to be looting. Listen to this Kenyan, please.
Good evening, the people of Kenya. The Constitution of Kenya of 2010, Article 1, Sub-Article 1, says all sovereign power belongs to the people and shall only be exercised in accordance with the Constitution.
All sovereign power belongs to the people. That is one thing Nigerians don't know. Do you know? They tell you that constitution rules is the highest. Yes, but in a republic, the population, the people, is more than the constitution, because they can rise up today and go and bring down a government, a constitutionally elected government. The population can bring it down, because the sovereign power belongs to the people. That is what Nigerians don't know. That is what they don't know. So, in a situation like in Kenya, at least they have a people. They have a country. But Nigeria is not like Kenya. Nigeria is not like any other country. Nigeria, they force different nations to get on that gunpoint so that they maintain imbalance. Britain acted very smartly. They maintain imbalance, and that imbalance will continue to their own advantage. I will expatiate later, please.
Today, I tender my resignation as a cabinet secretary in the government of Kenya. I want to offer my heartfelt apology to the people of Kenya for the greed, high-handedness, selfishness, arrogance, nepotism, tribalism, and all the bad things that we have done to you in the last 2 years. When we came to power, we called ourselves shareholders and decided that most Kenyans are not part of the government, are no longer part of the state, and do not have any human rights. We went ahead and received bribes from all over the world, and especially from Dubai.
Do you see why I love this man? He's not excluding himself. Unlike Nigerians. If he's a Nigerian, he will tell you that they receive bribe, excluding himself as an angel. He said, all this, we did it because I'm part of the government. We are responsible. You know, the other day I said it, that responsibility, maturity comes with responsibility. These are mature, mentally mature people. No matter you call them all African, they are not the same. Nigeria is exceptional. It's not a country. It's not a place. I am telling you. Have you ever seen a Nigerian public servant resigning honorably because of what he just come and announce that I'm resigning? Have you ever seen it in this life? The answer is no. Because these are hunter-gatherers. Nigerians are I'm not talking about politicians only. All Nigerians. Because out of the people you bring, you have politicians. Any person that is talking this and that, let him enter the system as a politician. He will change and become like them. Is it?
We bought very expensive watches, some as expensive as 1 million Kenya shillings equivalent in dollars. We bought belts worth 50,000 shillings, and we made sure that citizens know how expensive we have become. In a country where poor families cannot pay their children's school fees, we were wallowing in luxury. I want to sincerely apologize. And I want to say today that I am ready to give out all the bribes that I've received for the last 2 years, all the properties that I have now, which can be traced back to the bribes that I received, will be surrendered to the state tomorrow, early in the morning. Should I get a chance to serve the people of Kenya again, I will stop the greed, I will stop the arrogance. But most importantly, I will be accountable to the people of Kenya. To the Police High Command, the Inspector General, who also tendered his resignation, I want to urge him to take Kenyans to all the graves where the bodies are hidden. It is time for accountability. Thank you, dear Kenyans.
Do you hear this man? He said he's ready tomorrow morning. He is going to return the proceeds of bribery he collected and the properties he bought with it the following morning. This is dignity. Maturity comes with responsibility. As a Kenyan government cabinet is making resignation because of the protests of the people and the suffering of the people, listen to the Nigerian politicians. Listen. This is Wike and the former governor of Abia State and others, Baja Biamila and others. They are living large, flamboyant life. I posted it on my timeline. You have seen the video, I know, but I just posted it. As their counterpart in Kenya are responsible, matured, trying to understand the feelings of the people, resigning, begging the population to forgive them, that they will make it up by surrendering all the bribe, all the properties gotten, ill-gotten wealth. Listen to the Nigerian politicians. Listen.
The music. When we're in the trenches.
Yes.
When we're in the trenches.
Yes.
Do you see Nigerian politicians? They are making mockery of the population. That is how the population are. They are living flamboyant lives. The people that should be burnt alive as they are. They are living lives to the extreme, mocking Nigerians. and you are not annoyed. Your problem is IPOB. Are you a human being? Are you a human being? The answer is no, you are not. Why their counterparts in Kenya are making it up for the people resigning honorably for the country to move forward. That is why, no person takes Nigerians serious, because Nigerians have become international, mockery. Let me go direct to the topic of my submission: true beneficiaries of one Nigeria. True beneficiaries of one Nigeria. Remember, it's still under the series of living continuous colonial legacy. Because once we are living in Nigeria as a Nigerian, you are living continuous colonial legacy personified. Nigeria is continuous colonial legacy personified. Today, I'm talking about true beneficiaries of one Nigeria. You listen to your politicians, they are mocking you. Where people are Nigerian politicians are increasing their salaries. They cannot pay, reasonable minimum wage, 30,000 naira. 30,000 naira that I don't know. You use it to eat a morning, afternoon, night. One day it's finished. Is the minimum wage of somebody in Nigeria. Whereas their politicians loot everything. The Nigerian senators, members of parliaments, they are the highest paid in the whole world. And Nigerians are keeping quiet. Look at what they are, they are talking about protests. And we are telling our people, this is about Nigeria. You don't need to go out to protest in anything about Nigeria, because Nigeria can never be better. It's unfixable. And it's a trap. You listen to the Hausa man, the Hausa cleric, with the imam, they have bribed, they give money, they now use it Igbo. Hey, you don't Onyamini, you don't go to Onyamini. They have started tagging it to Onyamini, Igbo protest, Igbo organized protest. Do you see why Nigeria can never move forward? Do you see why Nigeria has crashed? It's not like any other country, no. Kenyans, they came out as Kenyans. But Nigerians can never come out as Nigeria. No. Because there is nobody that is a Nigerian. That is why I'm talking about the true beneficiaries of one Nigeria. In the history of nations, listen attentively, please. I want you to listen, because I want us to learn something in this broadcast, please. In the history of nations and countries, the beneficiaries of those nations and countries are always the founders and or creators. These are the beneficiaries of the countries and nations. Now, I want to give you examples. I want to pinpoint you some examples before I come back to Nigeria. Now, let us go to how Germany was found. The origin of Germany. Germany, you are hearing my voice now from Germany. You are enjoying, working. You work and you receive your salary weekly. You are enjoying 247 electricity in Germany. Listen. You are enjoying everything, social welfare, everything is organized. Listen. It depends on the founders of or the creators of the nation or country. The true beneficiaries of one Nigeria. That is what I'm talking about. I'll give example. I say, number one, Germany. After the defeat of France in the Franco-Prussian War, the German princess proclaimed the founding of German Empire in 1871. German Empire, 1871, founded by a German princess. So it's a local. Are you hearing me? It's an indigenous person that found the country. So it must be to the beneficiary of the indigenous people of Germany. Let me repeat it again. After the defeat of France in the Franco-Prussian War, the German princess proclaimed the founding of the German Empire in 1871. It has dates. These are historical facts. Somebody from thousands of kilometers didn't come to create a country. No. It was founded by the indigenous person, a princess in Germany. Now, Prussia, that is when you hear Prussia is no more existing. It's a historical region comprised of parts of modern-day nations of Germany, Poland, and Russia, as well as some other nearby nations. Was the dominant constituent state of the new empire. The king of Prussia ruled as its Kaiser, and Berlin became its capital. Berlin is still the capital of Germany, isn't it? So Germany was founded by the indigenous people, by Germans. So they are reaping the benefits. They reaping the benefits of Germany because they have to develop it. It is their thing. It is their thing. Their thing. Just like a house you build in the village, you maintain it because you know how you suffer to build it. You always call home because you know how you suffer to build this your house. That is how it is. Now, that is Germany. That is why you see Germany is progressing. They have to fight and do everything in order to maintain the country because it was indigenously founded. It was indigenously founded, Germany. From different tribes of Prussia, of this Visigoth, from there, now a German princess, a Prussian princess, that time, he founded a country. He declared the German Empire, and they maintain it till today. That is, they continue reaping the benefit because it is their own. They know what it takes to create to find a country, to do their own thing. It is their thing in their own way. They can die defending the country because it is their own. Now, let me go to another country, Iceland. Iceland, you are seeing. Maybe some people are listening to me from Iceland as I'm talking. Now, beginning on 20th May 1944, Icelanders voted in a 4-day plebiscite, that is referendum, what we Biafrans are asking, on whether to terminate the personal union with Denmark, abolish the monarchy, and establish a republic. The vote was 97% to end the union and 95% in favor of the new republican constitution. Iceland formally became a republic on 17th June 1944. Today, it has a population of exactly 399,189 people. Iceland. Until the 20th century, Iceland relied largely on subsistence fishing and agriculture. Industrialization of the fisheries and the Marshall Plan aid following Second World War brought prosperity, and Iceland became one of the wealthiest and most developed nations in the world. Do you know why? Because the indigenous people took the decision of taking their destiny in their own hands by voting and saying, no, we have to get out of the mark in 1944 during the Second World War. So it is their own thing. They founded their own country. They say they don't care about their population. Maybe that time they were not up to 100,000. They said, no, we are going to move out of the mark and become our own country. And today they are enjoying it. That time they were poor. They don't care. Just like United Arab Emirates. They didn't care. They said, no, we have to work hard. It is our own thing. We build it. They were living mostly on fishery. After they started industrializing their fishery, it is a local effort. You understand? Because the country belongs to them. They are the people that founded it. Iceland is not a place that was being created by one Jagaban from New Zealand. No. From another place. No. Icelandic people, they did it by themselves. They say, no, this is what we wish. And exactly this is what we are trying to do. IPOB is trying to do. To establish our own nation so that we take care of it. That thing they say we are not good in Nigeria. We don't understand how to run a country. Now you leave us. We suffer. Is it not we that is going to suffer it? They asked Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and say, look, people said that you are going Biafrans, if you have independence, you are going to kill yourself. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu answered wisely, say, it is better we kill ourselves than foreigners killing us. You know, maybe many people will not understand that. It's better in your family, you are fighting your brother. You are fighting with your brother, no problem. But don't go outside. Let not the foreigners or aliens, strangers come to fight you. It's better you fight, because once you fight, on the law, oh, one day. You people will one time and say, nah, before we kill ourselves, if we kill ourselves, waiting, now strangers will come and take all the properties. Now make we settle. Now you self, why the fuck up? Now you settle as brothers. That is how it is. But once strangers, aliens come to kill you, they will kill all of you and take over what your great grandfathers have established. That is what we saw in Nigeria. And that's why we are doing what we are doing. Look at the oil in our land. Look at Ohaji, Ebema, underdeveloped. Whereas it is a place that billions of dollars are moving out every day through crude oil and gas. But they are underdeveloped. Why? Because it is for strangers. Strangers come and overpowered and continue removing everything from our land. Imagine that it is us, we ourselves in charge of our destiny. Even if on Haji, okay, even if people from Anambra, they are doing it, it's still roaming around in our land. It's still the same thing. Do you see the beneficiaries? Are you hearing it? Okay, today, Iceland became one of the wealthiest and the most developed nations in the world. A country that is not up to 400,000 in population, from the president to the last man. As I'm talking, many of our people, many Biafrans are there, hearing my voice. Little Iceland. Now, okay, I'm giving you examples of how countries that the way they are found, because I told you that in the history of nations and countries, the beneficiaries of those nations and countries are always the founders and all the creators. So the founders and the creators, how the country started, matters a lot. Now let me go to United States, the USA. The Declaration of Independence proclaimed that the American colonies were separating from British rule and detailed the reasons. On July 4th, 1776, in Philadelphia, the Second Continental Congress declared the independence of the United Colonies as the United States of America. Led by General George Washington, it won the Revolutionary War in 1783. The Treaty of Paris established the borders of the new sovereign state. That is the founding of America, the creation of America by colonies. Colonies that are still there today. Are you hearing me? I will make more elaborate analysis. Colonies that are still there. That is why I used to say, had it been Britain is still there on land, like in South Africa, where white people are in our land directly, it would have been better, because they will be suffering what we are suffering. They will be seeing it. The worst thing that happened to us is for strangers to come and impose a country on us and move out, and now be using long hand, using their vassals, their stooges as politicians in order to control us. That is why yes, Mwika and all the other Nigerian politicians, they are happy singing, come, Lela Kamo, happy that when they were in church, they carried the cross of Jesus. Do you see it? That is why they have the audacity to do that, because they are not serving the population, they are serving the creator of the country. So you don't care. They don't care about you. They don't care. They have succeeded in alienating, making everybody become nothing. Now, After United, I'm giving you just examples before I land to Nigeria. Examples of countries, the way they were founded in a nutshell. Now, Japan. Japan was founded in 600 BC by Emperor Jimmu, a direct descendant of Amaterasu, the sun goddess and ancestor of the present ruling dynasty. That is how Japan was founded, by their own, one of them. Are you hearing me? By one of them. No country, no stranger came and instituted, formed them a country and run and leave them, say you must stay here, you must be a country. Do you see why you don't have respect as a Nigerian? Do you see that? Now, let me go to United Kingdom. The Anglo-Saxon, that is England, fought and gained independence from the Roman rule in the early 5th century. That is precisely from AD 410 to 412 AD. This England was colonized by Roman Empire, but they became weak because of the attacks of other tribes in Europe, like the Visigoths, the Wattizans, and all of them. Now they become so weak that they can no longer take care of their colonies outside, like a faraway England. And England saw an opportunity and they struck to liberate themselves. They fought the war of liberation. This England that is torturing us today. The Kingdom of England, that is, you know that England is part of United Kingdom. It emerged from the gradual unification of the early medieval Anglo-Saxon kingdoms known as the Heptarchy, East Anglia, Mercia, Northumbria, Kent, Essex, Sussex, and Wessex. All these are some Anglo-Saxon kingdoms that make up United Kingdom or make up England. They emerged and formed England first. Remember that those people removed themselves, they liberated themselves from the clutch of Roman Empire. So it is their thing. They did their thing. A process of establishing a country, their country. In 1707, the Kingdom of England, which included Wales and the Kingdom of Scotland, united under the Treaty of Union to create the Kingdom of Great Britain. Do you see how United Kingdom came into being? The Acts of Union 1800 incorporated the Kingdom of Ireland to create the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland in 1801. Remember, not Northern Ireland, but Ireland in general. Because the United Kingdom passport now bears the United Kingdom and the Northern Ireland. But in 1801, it was United Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland, not Northern Ireland. Now, growing desire for Irish self-governance led to the Irish War of Independence from 1919 to 1922, almost immediately after the conclusion of the First World War, which resulted in British recognition of the Irish Free State in 1922. 6 northeastern counties in Ireland opted out of joining the Irish Free State and remained part of the Union under this limited form of self-government. In light of these changes, the British state was renamed the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland on 12th April 1927 with the Royal and Parliamentary Titles Act. So you see how they modified themselves by themselves. Not Ireland, Ireland split into two. They fought for independence. I mean Ireland. Their brothers, some 6 counties, northeastern counties, say no. Just like as we are doing in Biafra land, some people say no, we are not evil, we are not part of Biafra. Now when they joined Nigeria, I'm just explaining to you the way you'll understand. And now, because Britain know how to split people, they know how to divide the brothers. So Ireland now move away. They became a country. Are you hearing me? In 1922, They became independent after fighting for their independence for 2 years, from 1919. In 1922, they became they declared independence from Britain, from United Kingdom. But some of their brothers said no, we have to be. Britain, succeeded in manipulating them, and now they remain part of United Kingdom. That is why it is United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. So Northern Ireland that should have been out with all Ireland like their brothers, they refused. They are still part of Britain. Do you see? So it is their country. They formed it by themselves. No country, no person came from the blues in order to come and create a country for them. That is why there is patriotism. They are building it. That is why there is development, both in Ireland and the United Kingdom. Are you hearing? Okay. Now, let's come to how Nigeria was formed. The name Nigeria was coined in the late 19th century by British journalists named Flora Shaw, who later married Baron Frederick Lugard, a British colonial administrator. Baron, is the lowest form of order of nobility. Baron. Before you have that title, Baron is the lowest order of nobility in the British dynasty. You understand? So his name Baron Frederick Lugard. Nigeria was coined by his Ashawo wife, a journalist. Look at how she coined that name. You have known this, but we continue repeating it. We continue reminding ourselves. Now, in an essay that first appeared in the Times newspaper on 8th January 1897 by Miss Shaw, she suggested the name Nigeria for the British protectorate on the Niger River. In her essay, Shaw made the case for a shorter term that would be used for the agglomeration of pagan and Mohammedan states to replace the official title Royal Niger Company Territories. Do you see? Do you see? Do you understand something? They call us Northern Southern Protectorate. That is Mohammedan and pagan. They are the people that came to our land and started calling us pagan. Do you know the real meaning of pagan? It was started just like a name given to people that have different religion other than the world they want recognized by Europe. Everything is their standard. They set a standard only for themselves. So if they don't recognize the type of religion we are in, our traditional religion, they call us pagans. The same way they call the Japanese pagans. Now, why they call Muhammadan? Because they know Islam. They knew Islam already. So Islam was recognized. So as of that time. But they didn't know our way of worship. They didn't know that we have known God right from time. That is why they called us pagans. Because we are not going on the internationally acclaimed, recognized religion. And that name paganism still stick in our heads, in our big heads, skulls till today. We started calling ourselves pagans. Do you see how bad the things are? Do you see how and we continue? You will see a brother you call a pagan. What do you mean by pagan? These are words that come from the colonizers because they didn't understand our mode of worship. Now, Flora Shaw, in 1897, 8th January, he wrote in his article appeared in the Times newspaper on the 8th January 1897. So in her essay, Shaw made the case for a shorter term that will be used for the agglomeration of pagan and Mohammedan states to replace the official title Royal Niger Company Territories. Because that time the name was too long. Royal Niger Company Territories. Now, she thought that the term Royal Niger Company Territories was too long to be used as a name of a real estate property under the trading company of that part of Africa. Do you see that Nigeria is just a real estate of Britain till today? He said, no, this name, how can you, when you are trying to register a company, for example, You bring a suggestion, no, your wife say, no, this name is too long. Let us cut it short. You bring a name Nigeria. It's a place of nigger area. So just so that it will save us this Royal Niger Company. It's our real estate, yes. Every time we are writing on it, we say Royal Niger Company. No, it is too long. So she thought that the term Royal Niger Company Territories was too long to be used as a name of a real estate property. So for you to understand that Nigeria is a real estate property of Britain, that is why there's nothing you can do. You have no power in order to ameliorate it. Stop deceiving yourself. You are blaming Tinubu, blame Buhari, blame this and that. Oh, the problem is fundamental. The creators of Nigeria created it to be so. It is their real estate. So there's nothing you can do to better it. It's impossible. The best thing is what we are doing. In order to do what? To balkanize it. Once we balkanize it, now Britain has no more choice because we destroy their real estate. We destroy them. If you think that you can, let's pray for Nigeria, you can better Nigeria, you are living in cloud cooker land because they put Nigeria, the creators of Nigeria created this as their real estate property. You are there as a non-entity. You are nothing. You cannot do nothing. That is why all these politicians that are vassals, that are stooges to Britain, they are there, feeling relaxed, living flamboyant lives, whereas millions of people are dying of hunger. And you can't do nothing because it is the British real estate. Do you now see our argument that Nigeria is unfixable? Come out, let us protest. Your protest goes nowhere. You are protesting to better Nigeria. For God, look at Tinubu. He sent 20 trucks of rice to each state so that they give you 1 cup of gari or 1 cup of rice for a family, and you are happy. That is the economic policy. Do you see that? Do you see British real estate? That is why, despite that our land is produces where crude oil is being drilled, the gas, everything, but you are not benefiting from it because your land is real estate of Britain. This is what we are trying to destroy in order to make sure that we take the bull by the horn. The same way other countries founded their country, other people founded their own country. The same way German princes founded Germany. The same way the colonies of United States of America founded their country and fought war to ward off Britain and take the bull by the horn. That is the same way we are doing it. Otherwise, you continue suffering, you die, you come out again in Nigeria, you continue suffering. Generations upon generation continue suffering because the person that created you or created the country, you are answering the name Nigerian. They created it not for your own advantage. It is not for your own benefit. Rather, it is for their own benefit. They are the true beneficiaries of one Nigeria. Are you hearing what I'm saying? That is why Britain don't want to use here. Oh, we want to remove Nigeria. We want to get out of. They don't want to hear it at all. They will rush in and say, "No, this is our toy. This is our real estate." Who have you gotten? Just let me give you an example. You bought a land. You bought 10 plots of land, and all of a sudden, you see somebody coming to take 2 plots out of it. Starting building. Wherever you are, you will rush and come and say, who is building? This is my land. I bought it, this and that. That is how Britain is doing in Nigeria. That is why whenever they hear about Biafra, whenever they will come, and in order to do what? To make sure, no, the diversity is strength. There must be one Nigeria because it is their plot of land. It is their real estate property. So why are you trying to be free? You cannot be free because you are not ordinary. You are not normal human beings. You are subhumans. And you are going with them. They are the true beneficiaries of one Nigeria. Are you hearing what I'm saying? So it's for you to make a choice. Either to remain British real estate or to be independent. Fight for your freedom as others did. That is it. The choice is yours. We Biafrans, we have taken it as a duty. It's a duty that we must liberate ourselves from this British created real estate property that is called Nigeria. Don't you think it's an insult? Don't you see yourself as being insulted that your land, the country you have, using the passport, Federal Republic of Nigeria, is a property of a foreign country? Do you see yourself like that? Don't you see yourself like that? Can't you think, as a normal human being, you should reason? Oh, this Nigeria, let us make it better. If you want, there is nothing you can do to make Nigeria better. If you want, invite Jesus Christ to come and be president of Nigeria. Nothing he can do, because there are unseen hands, British unseen hands, that are clutching, holding the steering. You can't do nothing. Are you hearing me? You can't do nothing. The population of Nigeria are seen as ants, non-entities, noise makers. There is nothing you can do. The only thing you fight is for us to destroy that place. That is the only thing. That is the only solution. To balkanize that place and be our real selves. That is the best you can do as a human being. And that is what IPOB is doing. That is why we have taken the step of taking the bull by the horn. Are you hearing me? After initially adopting an indirect rule, indirect rule approach in 1906, the British merged the small Lagos colony and the southern Nigerian protectorate into a new colony of southern Nigeria. And on January 1st, 1914, Lord Frederick Lugard, the governor of both the northern Nigeria protectorate and the colony and protectorate of southern Nigeria, signed a document consolidating the two, thereby creating the colony and the protectorate of Nigeria as Nigeria, creating the protectorate of Nigeria. That is how Nigeria came into being, created by one man. He was the governor of Southern Protectorate, Northern Protectorate, the colony of Lagos. He joined everything together and bring a book. Bring me a book. Let me sign. These are Neanderthals. These are subhumans. He signed. I signed today. I join all of you. You are all Nigerians. And they don't know what happened. Whereas other places, it is the local people that have to find out, that have to find the country, that have to create their country, that have to find their kingdom, the nations they are. Do you see why you are not benefiting from Nigeria? It is right from the fundamentals. It is right from the grassroots, from the foundations. So it is not something, if you want to bring 100 OB, bring other brands, let them become president, there is nothing. Tomorrow you start shouting, nothing you can do. Nothing. Nigeria is unfixable. The only beneficiaries of the Nigerian misery, because it is their real estate. Flora Shaw said it. What I read for you is history, historical fact. Flora Shaw said, no, let us call it Nigeria, because this real estate, this our real estate, it is our property. The name is too long. Royal Niger Company Territories. It's too long now. So the name of our real estate property, it should be Nigeria. She suggested in a fourth form, and the thing all go well for the is it the King of England or Queen of England as of that time, to the British monarch, and they say yes, it's okay. You are bright. This is our real estate. Have you asked yourself, why is it that during presidential election it is the British? It is them that come out and start telling you, they will come out and announce the result. They will come out and start telling you that no, you are democracy, you are the largest democracy. Start flattering you on a country that you don't have any control about. You don't have no control on the country. It is their real estate. Every time they come out to tell you that, oh, your diversity is your strength, that the unity of Nigeria is what we depend on, we can never allow the territorial integrity of Nigeria to be thwarted. That is written for you, because it is their property. It is not for you. So how can you take care of something that is not for you? Something that is above you? How? Before Tinubu entered power, He signed everything for them. They brought him to. Why is it that look at during the campaign time, presidential campaign, how many Nigerian journalists did the Tinubu grant interview to interview him? None, almost none. But every time he goes to Chatham House, he go to England, he go to London, and talk to British press and talk to strangers because he's talking to them. You in Nigeria, you are nothing. Nigeria doesn't belong to you. So why should he waste his time talking to you? Yeah, I think at one time they organized a presidential debate between presidents or presidential candidates. Tinubu snubbed everybody. He didn't attend. Have you forgotten? Because you know that you have no power to stop him. If Nigeria does not belong to you, you are not a beneficiary of Nigeria. He is going to the source, the people that owns the country. He's going there to talk to them, to negotiate with them in order to enter power and continue because he says it's his turn. So you, as a Neanderthal in Nigeria, you are calling yourself a Nigerian. You are a Neanderthal. You are an orangutan. You are nothing. You don't have a control over Nigeria. The people that have control are their creators. Britain is the creator of Nigeria. Do you see the logic? Do you see why you have no control over your life in Nigeria? You have no control over what is happening in Nigeria. Like any other country, no. You have no control. The only solution is to balkanize Nigeria. What IPOB is fighting for, in order to liberate us, liberate the Ariwas, liberate the Duduwas, liberate Biafrans from the shackles of British conglomerates, from the shackles of British real estate property. Because as Nigeria, you are a British property. It is official. Are you hearing me? It is official. So they will continue comforting you, encouraging you. No, you will get it good. How many people used to die? Last presidential election, they kill people. Even they use a helicopter to bombard in order to carry election materials. Now, Britain sees all this, they laugh. They say, no, yes, it's their creation. Human beings are not dying. They call you, they refer to you as orangutan. Even monkeys are better than you. So your life doesn't matter. In a British election, have you seen any death? If one person loses his life because of a presidential election in Britain, the world will stand still. The whole Britain will stand still. They will annul that election. But when it comes to Nigeria, their real estate property, they don't care about their lives. Thousands will be killed. They don't care. They will come and announce that, oh, hey, it's a democracy. This one have ruled. Because what they want is just to fill up that they see people that, oh, you have done it. Leave all those monkeys. They have done it. Let us pass them. Give them pass mark. Is their standard. We want to get out of this real estate property because we are not the beneficiaries of Nigeria. The beneficiaries of one Nigeria is Britain with their cohorts, with their Western allies. Are you hearing me? Okay. Now, Nigeria is being used as a tool to conquer the indigenous people through assimilation. You know, they are swallowing us. They are changing our nomenclature, our character, the way we reason, the way we think, the way we behave. That is assimilation, letter by letter. You know, I used to say this. Let me continue. Let me repeat it again. If Nigeria is not stopped, if Nigeria is not balkanized and it continues going on as a country, in the next 50 to 100 years, Nigerians will become another type. They will deviate from real Homo sapiens and become another species of human. Very bad species. I am telling you, because that is the creation of Britain. Because you are the system you are. You are the system you are in. Are you hearing me? The peculiarity in us, they want to destroy it and use it, turn it into monster. Do you see what I'm saying? Look at the Biafra, the coastal part of Biafra. They have turned it into the most polluted part of this globe, the most polluted part of this planet. It's in Biafra land. Because why? Nigeria is the real estate property of Britain. So they don't care how they deal with you. The people they see there, so they are not human beings, they are subhumans. That is what they want to recreate. So that they will be seeing us, they will be calling us, they will be referring us that we are, or we don't have the ability to rule ourselves. Just as is it Peter Botha of South Africa said it, that black Africans don't have the ability to rule themselves, and they continue working towards it to make us not to be able to have the capability of ruling ourselves. Today in our land, they are the system they created in our land is trying to change our character. Are you hearing me? Docility, number one. Laziness, waiting for miracle, telling you that no, if God didn't do it, no person can do it. It's God. So that is what they want. In order for them to aid them to be reaping or exploiting their real estate property, which is Nigeria. Deviating your mind so that you don't think. That is it. Nigeria is being used as a tool to conquer the indigenous peoples through assimilation. The same way as the Ottomans, who used a method of gradual non-military conquest involving assimilation, imposition of political leaders on the people, acting as vassals. You know, Ottoman Empire, Turkey, you are seeing today. They use the same system and impose on the Arabs. Are you hearing me? They continued gradual assimilation of Arabs. No, you have your king, so no problem. The same way in our local villages, they give, we have our chiefs, but who is in control of the chiefs? The governors. They give them certificate of return. Anyone that is not with the governor, with the Nigerian government, they remove him. That is how they work. They make you feel that, you are in control of your destiny, but you are not. They are in charge of those that are in charge of you. They impose leadership on us. That is why there is nothing you can do in order to ameliorate, to better anything in Nigeria. No, you remove it from your head. Everything about Nigeria is deception. The overall people at the highest, at the apex of the pyramid is the British. They are using all these people you are seeing as governors, as presidents, in order to manipulate you. Now, the presidents, the governors are using the local chiefs in order to rule us in the village. The people you respect, they impose them. They tell them, they give them order on what to do in the village. That is why everywhere there is problem, because we are not in control of our situations. There are people at the back that are giving them order on what to do. Do you see? But for you think that that is a chief Ononaka is your chief is your town chief, but is receiving order from another place. Do you see it? Do you see the danger we are in? We are fighting to restore a country, our own country, that we should be in charge. The population will now be in charge of our country, to build it with our hearts, to steer the country according to the way we like it, not like Nigeria. That's why you should never go out to protest, because there is not protest. So they kill you for nothing. They destroy your goods for nothing. They burn your goods, your shops for nothing. You die in Nigeria protest, you die for simply nothing. Look at NSAS protesters that we are murdered. Some are still in jail till today. The same Tinubu that killed them, Britain, rewarded him by making him the president. Do you see how they do? Because Nigeria is their real estate. Imagine that, look, just tell yourself the truth. Imagine that Nigeria is, for example, is being controlled by Nigerians. Do you think that somebody like Tinubu will become even a candidate? Just tell me. After NSAS protest, when Katrina Liang met him, the following night, he sent soldiers. He said, do it, we will back you. Remember, we will make you president, if you want, president of Nigeria in 2023. And he sent the military. He said, oh yeah, go ahead, go and kill them. What did Britain say? Till today, those that died, they die for nothing. They carry Nigerian flag, thinking that the military, Nigerian military is working for them, that the Nigerian flag will save them. They gun everybody down. Because Nigeria is the real estate of Britain. It's their property. So, who are you? You don't have anything to do to change in Nigeria. You don't have anything to contribute until Britain says so. Because Britain is in charge. They are using these politicians. That's why the politicians, they are reaping millions and millions and millions in salary, in allocations to themselves. Whereas people, all the population that are suffering, that are working hard to pay them, are suffering. And they are singing musics. They are enjoying themselves, living flamboyant life. What are you going to do? When you come out to protest, they will send military to kill you. They will slaughter you. They will target Igbo as they have started, and they will destroy your goods for nothing. You can't do nothing. What are you getting? Because Nigeria doesn't belong to you. Let us fight for a country that should belong to us. That is Biafra. That is the only thing we have, and nothing more. Therefore, the beneficiaries of that real estate property known as Nigeria are her creator and the prison warders we call politicians managing the British real estate property for Britain. That is why Mwike and others, they are happily singing their music. If you don't want to see them, go and die, because they are in charge. Look, do any republic, any country you call the republic, you see the politicians, they are at least, they are not on their toes. I am telling you, the people are suffering. The population are suffering. Real republic, real country, republic country. That is for the real democracy or republic. The politicians, they don't joke. They don't. You see them, they are always stern and serious. They are always afraid of the people because they don't know what to do, and the people will come after them. So they take their job very seriously. Take your time and watch British Parliament. They don't joke there. They don't go there and say, Mr. Speaker, sir, Mr. Speaker, the president, sir, is no. They speak, the way they speak the voice of their people they are representing, so that their people will not feel bad. Not what they are doing in Nigeria. Let me play you again for your reminder. Your politicians are with wine in a flamboyant house, singing. What can you do? People are suffering. What can you do? Because you are not the author of Nigeria. Nigeria is just the British real estate. It's a property of Britain, a foreigner. It's not like any other country. Listen. They are singing. They are having good time in the republic. Where politicians are in their toes. Where people are suffering. They are singing. And you are watching them. The worst part of it, let me pause. The worst part of it is that you see the miserable Nigerians, most of them will be praising these people, hailing them. People that should be burnt alive, they will be hailing them. That is how it is. Because Britain have used Nigeria in order to restructure your life in a way that, it becomes bent, docile. Nigeria is changing the nomenclatures of the indigenous people. After all, they are using Fulani headsmen to pursue sack villagers in the north, replacing them, changing the names of their communities. And the people, they are powerless. The highest thing, they go and pray to Allah, pray to God to save them. Oh, they have reduced you as Nigerians into praying for, let us pray for a good leader to come, a good politician that will remember us. Because you are not in charge. We want to go to our country that we should be in charge. Are you hearing me? That is who we are. That is what we are fighting for. In order to resurrect our own country, that we should be in charge. That the population should be number one. Not the real estate you call Nigeria for Britain. It's a British real estate. It's their property. Are you hearing me? That is why the terminal where oil is being loaded in in Nigeria. No meter. Shell takes the whole British petroleum, all of them. They take and load. They can load 5 million barrels a day. Now they are declaring 1.2 million, sometimes 1.1 something million. They take it. That is because it's their real estate. They are taking the process of their creation. All we want is to destroy that British creation. Put in Sobu, because every country you see, different countries that emerge today you are enjoying, they fought different wars in order to maintain that country because it is their own creation. If you say you cannot fight war, be ready to remain slaves, to remain as slaves forever. We Biafrans, we have refused to remain slaves. That is why we are fighting for what belongs to us. Listen to your politicians, they are singing, whereas you are suffering. You are suffering, they are singing, they allocate everything to themselves because they are working for Britain. They are not working for you. Who are you? Who is the population of Nigeria? Is it them that put them there? It's Britain that put them as prison warders of the British real estates, the property of Britain. So they are just in charge as managers. They don't fear you, they don't care about that. Is why they can use you. If you highest, they use money by you. If you cannot be bought with money, they kill you. You are nothing. Listen.
The music. When we're in the trenches.
Yes.
When we're in the trenches.
Yes.
You see the hardy life, the hearty laughter. Where Nigeria is the poverty capital of the whole world. Can you be provoked into righteous indignation? The answer is no, because you are no more responsive to stimuli. As a Nigerian, you are regarded as nothing because Britain created Nigeria as real estate, Royal Niger Company territory, the real estate property of Great Britain. It is official. It is a historical fact. That is why Britain detects what's happened, not you. Not you. So the real beneficiaries of one Nigeria are the British government, and nothing more. You are nowhere to be found. You have to join hands with IPOB, whether you do the wolf, you fight to remove yourself from this British real estate property called Nigeria. Very well, it is not going to do you any good to continue being in Nigeria. Are you hearing me? That is what Biafra is trying to do. What IPOB is engaged in doing to what British plan. They are referring to us as a subhuman, lower human being, by creating a country for us, and they are not inside. You know why South Africa is different? Because they have a colony settlers that are still there. Anything that happened there, you still have white people that are suffering the same thing that blacks are suffering. They are there in South Africa. They are physically there. So their own is different. But our own, why is worse, is that they are manipulating us from more than 7,000 kilometers or 6,000 kilometers from Nigeria in Britain. They are using all these useless vandals, prison warders, we call politicians. That's why they are living large. They don't care about we are feeling as a Nigerian. They don't care about people that don't eat one, 3 square meal. That is not their problem. They must maintain their flamboyant lifestyle, and you can't do nothing. You come up, they use military and shoot you down. You remove life out of you, and you are gone. So the overall real beneficiaries of one Nigeria, they are the creators of that Nigeria, fake Nigeria, the British, with their cronies, the politicians you are hearing their voice. I will go into a few minutes break so that when I come back, I will open the lines. Please do not go away. I'll be right back.
Oh yes, my people, una well done o. Obodo Naija don carry census burst out o. Oya bring your ear close make we yarn. Anywhere you dey, if na Biafran you be, whenever they wan count census for Nigeria, kukuma come back to Biafra land o. Make dem count you in your own land, because during election they killed us in the north and Yoruba land, and na dem still talk say we no get right to vote in their land. So time don come make we boost our population, and if you no fit return, selenge for your house, make you no participate, because dem go add una number for the region where una dey. Another one be say, if you dey north and your tribe no be Fulani, when you wan fill the form, identify your tribe. No go write Fulani, e dey very important. In this census, if Biafrans go come back like tomorrow no dey, dem go know say we plenty for this obodo Naija wey we dey so. We go use this census exercise to ascertain our population and the size of amenities wey we need in Biafran territory. Remember every obstacle wey we get for this freedom, IPOB don dey dismantle am small small, and this population census go be another evidence to that effect. All hail Biafra, Biafra will hail you.
Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you via Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu from Alo province of Biafra Land, and we are here live and direct. Today is the 17th day of July 2024. Tata Bobojo, aka therefore, our lines are open. Remember, I talked about on the same series of Living Continuous Colonial Legacy under subtitle of The True Beneficiaries of One Nigeria, which you have already known through my submission, the creators of Nigeria. Because the true beneficiaries of every country are the founders and or creators. In the case of Nigeria, it is the creator, the foreign creator of Nigeria, which is Britain. That is it. So you have no share there. That is why things are very hard. That is why you have no control. That is why you have no control over what is happening there. That is why you talk or you do anything, nothing. The politicians don't serve you. Rather, they serve their masters, the creator of Nigeria, that is Britain. Our lines are now opened. Our direct line is +1 213 328 6224. I repeat, +1 213 328 6224. Our WhatsApp and Signal line is +61 405 142 547. I repeat, +61 405 142 547. Give us a call and call us and give us your view about the issue at hand. I have my signal ringing, but is it Signal or WhatsApp? But it's not coming out. I don't know why. You can continue calling, please. Maybe calls are jamming. But you can call. You can call us. Because we must continue talking. Let me tell you, human being is the only sapient, the only being that is able to convert its language into technology. Our language, spoken language, could be converted into technology. Are you hearing me? Why Why is my signal doing this? Let me caller on signal. Mazi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Mazi. I can hear you loud and clear.
There, Mazi, go on, please. Go on.
Yeah, good evening from me, Mazi Jonathan.
There,
May Ezechukwu continue to bless you for the good work you are doing for Biafran people. Just as I used to say, history will remember you for standing tall to make sure that you preach this gospel without adding it any sweet talk. You preach it the way it is. You know, when Mazin Nandekano was educating us, many people thought he's rude or he's arrogant. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if he's rude or arrogant. He's telling you the truth in your front. When you go to bed and sleep, you can't sleep well until your heart will tell you. But what this man is saying is true. It doesn't matter how you see it. He's spilling the truth in your front. This is exactly what we are doing here, including you on this radio Biafra. And the enemy have known that we are not backing down for the restoration of Biafra. Mark Jonathan, thank you so much. And please allow me to make this important announcement. If possible, please. Can I go on?
Go on.
Okay, thank you, Mazi. Fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, my name is Mazi Akas. I'm calling from Austria, and I serve the indigenous people of Biafra as IPOB Austria National PRO. This announcement we are trying to unveil is we are calling Biafrans all over the world, including the Biafrans here in Austria. If you happen to find yourself on this particular date, please join us in this important event. And this event is ESN Fundraising IPOB Austria 2024. ESN Fundraising IPOB Austria 2024. We are calling all Biafrans to join us on this particular day, which is the 3rd day of August 2024. Join us so that we can be able to raise funds to support ESN, these men and women that have laid their life down for us to live, to make sure that our bushes, we will not allow Fulani to occupy them, to make sure that our people can go back to farm, that our people, cultivate this year is because of the ESN, the work they have done to push out this Marodian far back where they are coming from, so that our people can go back to farm. This is why we'll keep on supporting ESN, created by IPOB, led by Mazi Nnamdi. We must continue to support them. Please, we beg every IPOB Austria, all zonal coordinators, all friends of lovers of freedom, support ESN on this particular day, 3rd of August 2024, and the time is 4 p.m. Austrian time, 4 p.m. This I think is the same time we're having in here in summer. With the Nigerian time is also 4 p.m. Nigerian time. And please, if you have a pen, I want to call the Zoom meeting ID. If you have a pen, you can write it down. The Zoom meeting ID is 814 50 23 2209. I repeat, the Zoom meeting ID is 841 5023 2209, and the password is ESN. Password ESN. The guest of honor on this particular day we are holding this ESN fundraising, which is on 3rd of August, is Mazi Austin Abanyim, IPOB European Rep, is going to be the guest of honor. And also the host of this particular day is IPOB Austria National Coordinator Mazi Nnamdi Onwumere. The moderator of this day, Mazi Metusela Nwanne Metusedek. and the assistant moderator is Mazi Nweke. Please join us on this particular day, and we have a telephone number if you want to contact us. The telephone number is +43 676 9670 745. I repeat, +43 676 9670 745. Join us as we continue to do the needful, continue to, support ESN so that our land will be safe from these Marodians that came from Sahel. They want to take our land, we won't allow them to do so. So, Mazi Jonathan, thank you so much, my beloved brother. Give me the opportunity to make this announcement. Just all that you said this evening, we've heard what you said. We must continue to, be at the background of this Radio Biafra, help to also to educate our people what we must do to make sure that this struggle that we are in at last, Biafra must come. This is our destination. You used to say that nobody should praise you, nobody should thank you. All we are fighting is to make sure that the destination of what we are fighting for is Biafra. And we are also letting the world to know that the Zoo government is still holding our leader in captivity because of his fighting for his people. He's being discharged and acquitted. They are still holding an innocent man. All we are telling them, release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, give us a day for referendum so that Biafran people will decide their fate if we want to continue in that zoological country called Nigeria, or we want to be on our own. Very simple and short. We are fighting nobody. Our hands are clean. It doesn't matter the criminality that Nigerian government is trying to create in our land. Chukwokika will fight them. They have tried it before. We survive it. It's not in this 24th century that all Biafrans now we can look into something and know exactly what that thing is supposed to be. So, Mazi Jonathan, I really continue to ask you, my brother, do keep on doing what we are doing. Biafrans are proud of you, and we hope one day all of us will celebrate in Biafra land for what Chukwuka have done for us by giving us Biafra. Thank you, Mazi.
Mazi. Thank you. You've had it, Biafrans, about the ESN fundraising, Austria branch. So be part of it. Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Welcome to the program. Caller on WhatsApp.
Okay, good day, sir.
Mazi.
Okay, my name is Ozo. I'm calling from Ibuocha.
Mazi, can you check the radio or your application?
My app can't change.
There we
go. The bank so that radio Biafra then side there.
I know, we know.
Because on this side there, how myself can need this radio. Well, because he had a cost of many of them, man. When they put this one here, we have master. I don't know. If not, let you have the one pan aside there because these people they need to pick up more and more. And our water. Okay. Mbubiko ema omi hentori iku maka basara our leader. Ema ona and this zoo government, the way handshake all these things. Onwe onye na water ha. Because of course I discharge him like that. Because one day China some more in the go because I happy here court to any Agba one day I can put Hamas and Nande Kano. So that any other strategy use with them, they apply that kind of motion because on the flat why Jato Hojo, on Dinky like this. At least that day or the next day, before you know it's now, then we do one or two things to get their own person out. So that they can working with our mindset. They working liberate our leader because now the now all the song because that man always get put up before now. But then they can name behind him and I had to be ready even to let him go. If there's any other way they use it, because mother not job we offense or committee. Still they are still holding him. It's in any time they chete maka SB with a wemo. The other young man, I'm a me home bedroom, even for my own life. I'm auto gym bedroom, not and kick out no man be. About to be following all these their treats and they use the man on the other. Oh yeah, him to because I'm because
There wo.
this suffering, what powerful divine Natana Ubuda, the thing is too much. Even more the police of 18, the way Hanchi made people intimidate. Even when you have before you know it's a mudoje. Nothing. One I can also then start searching you before you know it attack the other one thing or the other. And naturally they're going to Janagba. Say Jana social person. Open your phone, transfer for us. Yeah, I can imagine your name. No, I just can cheap way in, sir.
Udo
And
dị.
I try. We appreciate your effort.
Udo dị.
Thank you, sir.
Ndewo.
I know, sir.
Ndewo. Udo dị. Ihe ahụ ihe anyị ji na-agba mbọ ka anyị si na that British real estate pụta because enwedo ihe ha were ndụ mmadụ ịgwa gị eziokwu ha ewedo ndụ mmadụ as anything ha na-ahụ gị as just object, inanimate object, so they can do away with you anytime. You are nothing, you know. And people, the whole world focus on Palestine under occupation. The type of occupation I want in Nigeria, or the worst, I am telling you. Iga na aga also like this, just for not ka or maybe as a young person ka iga gbara ball. Before in na-eme jide gị ndị iwu ojii jide gị just for nothing. A na-ekwu na egwuregwu asịsị na ịwa m drọba na ibu egbe gawa oshi before a na-eme agba anaghị egbe gbatuo gị. I saw one person wailing. The brother was gunned down by a bubago. It's just like that. No person is taking, no responsibility, nothing. Nothing. Because they don't take you as human beings. Is it this type of life we can continue? A time comes, you become suicidal. There is a red line. You say, no, let us take the decision. Let us leave all these things and fight first for our lives, fight to get our land first. But whether people like it or not, you one of the most one of the most weapons or most cage Sunday kasi egobi. That miracle is on your side. So you forget about what the situation you are in. You want temporary respite there. We can Governor Anambra before. You forget about your suffering for that time. You go back and also you enter back the reality. So, for how long Britain total, it's abomination. Foreigners come and create and say, you continue being this place. Continue. It's not to your advantage. What have Nigeria benefited to you as an individual? What benefit have you gotten from Nigeria? Nothing. You do everything by yourself. You pay. Even the government, no road, but they look at electricity. No electricity, but they give you estimated bill. People are dying because of inhalation of carbon monoxide. Because there is no electricity, they have to buy generators. And you wipe out people, families. And you are telling me that we continue like this? Caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program. I think you are going to be the last caller. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp.
Yes, Mazi, good evening. My name is Ifeanyi. I'm calling you from Italy. Mazi, thank you for your good work. Mazi, according to, I just want to contribute for that topic this evening. Mazi, it's very shameful to Africa, more especially Nigeria. Nigeria is the reason why Africa continent is remain the way we are today. Nigeria government is not even thinking about the future of their own born generation, even the generation we are now. Mazi, do you know how many of our people that die in the military? Right now, here in Italy, do you know how many people, whenever they try to cross here, instead of to rescue them, many of them they are killing them in the military scene. But the African government is not saying anything. The reason is that Nigeria, other countries are looking at Nigeria to change, to make things to better for the whole entire Africa. But instead of that, Nigeria leaders are doing the bidding of this British people that you see. Mazi, have you ever seen can an African go to Britain, tell them what to do, or to change a name of a village to their own name, or to a slave the Mazi? That's something that sometimes years ago I see that we Africans we don't even think, even where we are here, Mazi. As sometimes I used to complain that they are doing racist or whatever. Man, I don't complain anymore because I see myself as nothing. We are not contributing anything in the world. All black race. All we do is to consume. Look at Wike singing on Nema Akamo just to make our people, so-called Christianity, to see that, yeah, he's a Christian. Anytime they speak, they say, yes, Wike has speaking. Or whatever. Mazi, another thing that I want to say, please, I don't want to take your time. Mazi, Ian Chorikubu. Mazi kita now I am not Nigeria now. Or no time you bombo that can week away. We don't know about Hana do I know Mazi, because if anything happens for Nigeria, not only we will suffer it. Because everywhere is hunger now. I think it's opportunity for us to find a way to show Nigeria that muzzle they are raising now. We use it to attack them back. Mazi, open a here. Because I continue to know I'm not now. Even no more I'm on I side, but I got no again. When we are going to buy again, and the can on a bank now. It will go religion where block what I bring. Almost to change. Yeah, let's the book. I can't run work. I work other anyway. Anyway, man, now on a mess. This I this. I continue like this. Man, now all our born generation, all our broker because I don't have one daughter. Mazun came by and make it an Israel Yoshi. I'm good, I'm everything. Then I go back one day. I continue like this. Open me and a man one is now represent man government one no. Could you open a man because so open with family. Only men a book cake, only men a book car, only men a book conquer. Kita na go in Nigeria, more than Nigeria kita na. Nigeria game we sponsor any work kita na. Every opportunity we done there I can on Mazi. Thank you so much for your good work.
There were. We must continue. Caller on direct line. Can you hear me? Welcome to the program.
Yes, Mazi. Good evening, sir.
There were Mazi.
Yeah, Mazi, I'm from Canada. Mazi, Udo Direge. Quickly, thank you for answering my call. In the honorable, I cannot miss without adding my voice to your program. You don't want crazy. Manahem na yochku buko bagume. Ku kada magabagume. Ine nyani hai kusheno. Because faith comes from hearing. Mazi, like you said in one of your previous programs, Nigeria is built on a tripod, and the tripod never had a stand. It can never balance. Okay, Mazi, Nigeria can never revolt. Nigeria can never revolt because they were the two biggest factors that is controlling everybody: religion and tribe. If they don't shoot religion to scatter the people, they will use tribe to scatter the people, just like they did in NSAS. But the only thing that can save Nigeria is the radical revolution. You remember I said two things. Nigeria cannot revolt because how running on tripod. But if the people can resist this tribe and religion and come together, we will bring down our government. I listened carefully to this clip you played about the Kenyan politician. I've heard it before on Facebook. You see, I remember those days I was in Nigeria in banking sector. In the Intercontinental Bank, my friend who was going through training there came out and told me that their MD visited their training complex, and he said something that never left his brain, that the word integrity starts by the word I. Integrity starts by the word I. You see that Kenyan politician, despite the fact that the man was a corrupt politician, with integrity, he has realized that the power lies in the hands of Kenya, and he has came out, apologized, and willing to tender all the corrupt, all the things he benefited from corruption. Mazi, if you had listened to that man very well, Opinion was that is one of the people that bribed them was the UAE. One of the countries that bribed them was UAE. And the same UAE, based on your evening program, just started accepting Nigerian passport again and increased the the visa application. Is that not corruption? But nobody is speaking for Nigeria. Mazi, you touched on so many things. The only thing to do at this particular thing will go. The only way to save Nigeria is revolution. But now, coming to this upcoming, they call it protest. How can you fix a protest and give a date? Is that not stupid enough? How can some gullible Nigerians, they are planning for protest and they are putting a date on it? That is, you're telling your enemy that you're coming and they wait for you. That is why every other reasonable Igbo man should never participate. If it is a revolution, unexpected revolution, Igbo will participate and bring down Nigeria. But all protest to get Nigerians right with this, we are not part of it. Now, finally, Mazi, in my own definition of the beneficiaries of one Nigeria, and with so many beneficiaries, England is benefiting from Nigeria because they held Nigeria down through colonialism and religion. How with the Anglican Church? Rome is benefiting from Nigeria through Catholicism. They watch our people every money contributed in Igbo land. Igbo land, 90% Catholics, and the money goes to Rome every week. Americans are also benefiting because America is an extension of Europe. Arabs are also benefiting through Islam. So, might be looking at all those things. Iheji Nigeria is too much. Iheji Nigeria carry. So, like I said, the only thing that will save us is massive revolution. Mazi, I don't want to take your time. I want to leave it here. Continue your good work because you are waking some people up.
There were Mazi. Caller on signal. Mazi, Ifani Chuku, can you hear me? Be the last caller.
Yes, my brother. Good evening to you and good evening to Biafrans and lovers of freedom. My name is Ifan Chukwumandabuchi and I'm reaching you from the Netherlands. My brother, the issue of colonialism, the continuous colonialism, I would call it neo-colonialism, and who benefit from Nigeria and all.
I'm sorry, Mazi. Let me bring you back. I got without knowing, involuntarily. I'm sorry. I touched the phone and it went on. Mazi, sorry, it's my fault. I caught you up without even knowing, involuntarily. Go on, Mazi.
No worries. Thank you very much. the contrition of that or repentance of that Kenyan Minister of State, whatever is his office in this root government. And what I want our people, all Biafrans, all of us of freedom to remember is that this President Ruto of William Ruto of Kenya was the vice president of Uhuru Kenyatta when our leader was kidnapped in 2021 in Kenya. So he's not a Democrat per se. But what I'm trying to say is that the contrition and repentance of this his minister or officer shows you that some people, they know that what is going on is bad in Africa, and especially when we come to Nigeria. People listen to this. Compare this contrition of this man in Kenya to what is happening in Nigeria. A situation where politicians are living in untold opulence. They bought this government, this present government, forget the brigandage and the thievery of the 8 years before Chinedu. This government bought 150 billion naira presidential jet. It is already bought. If you look well, you see it. They have put Nigerian logo there. It's an Airbus. They are furbishing it and trying to make it to look like Nigerian. 150 billion naira. While we have, or they have, Nigeria has, or is it 6 aeroplanes in the presidential fleet? Some of them as young as 13 years old, and the 13 years old aircraft is new. Because if you give it annual or periodical service as required, it is good to go. But they went on and bought 150 billion naira presidential jet. And they are doing what they call it. They bought 5 billion naira presidential yacht. That is ship, yacht, for the president. That is 5 billion. And they are building brand new vice presidential or vice president's house for 21 billion naira. That is ship, yacht, for the president. That is 5 billion. And they are building brand new vice presidential or vice president's house for 21 billion naira. By constitution, who will say that this program and that program cannot go, but he has bribed them. Forget, and these people, apart from bribing them, they have companies who tender for construction and tender for all contracts. They are stealing from there. Are you getting it? And again, excuse me. They are doing this always in these austere times. They are already notorious for being the best paid legislature or legislators in the whole world. But they cannot pay our long suffering people. They cannot pay them 100,000 naira minimum wage. Minimum wage. You ask yourself, what is the exchange rate to dollar, to euro, and to pounds? And you cannot pay somebody 100,000. How do you want somebody to survive in that place as a worker? And then ask yourself, how many people are even employed? And those who are employed and earning 30,000 naira in this time, how can they survive? That is a very good question. That will show you how they place their people. These politicians, you see how they place the people. It is now obvious that they are intentionally starving Nigerians in order to introduce their errant GMO crops. Because when you have starved the people and make them hopeless and useless, they will eat anything you give them. If they say let me eat and die tomorrow, so they don't care. That's why they are making people so hopeless that food. When we are growing up, my brother, we talk about a 3 square meal, then you know that you're alive. Now, people, if we see one good meal in a day, for some people, it is like by heaven. It is now, like we are saying, that are starving Nigerians intentionally. But what we are saying is that we cannot be fighting for Nigeria. People are saying if it's revolution, if it is demonstration, we are not participating in any of them as Biafrans, as Igbo person, as a Biafran, or in all our regions, our territory of Biafra, all the East. We are not participating. We want referendum, peaceful and democratic. And we get little out of that place. They don't want, they've shown it by commission and omission since 1970. I can even say since 1966, or even going far back, but let's just start from 1966 to 1970. Okay, war have ended reconstruction, reconciliation, and rehabilitation. Oh, fine and well. From 1970 to today, where are we? So we're not doing anything to favor anything that will make for better Nigeria for those who are living that delusion. So what we are saying here is that Britain must let Biafra go, because that is the hypocrisy of the highest sort. Britain, I still wonder why they left the democratic, peaceful, progressive, and welfaring European Union. The British left it by the so-called Brexit referendum. So why are they begrudging Biafran exit or Biafra exit referendum to leave Nigeria in a democratic and peaceful way? But anakwane etudo anatafegen etanazo. So what I'm saying in conclusion is, my people, Biafrans, let's support our leadership that is championing the cause of our liberation, since our leader have been kidnapped and extorted rendition, even when he was there. Because what people tend to forget is that our leader, Mazi Kano, is a member of the Directorate of State. So, and when before, like he knew this day will come, he said, what DOS says goes to everybody. So let's not mix things up. Let's support them, and let's support the Eastern Security Network, because that's why we are still standing. Because these people, they know that our bushes is no going area for them. We don't know what our governors, some of them are doing, and I hope that the spirit of Igbo land, the spirit of Biafra, the spirit of our land will get into all of them to say, whatever you are doing for your Ministry of Livestock, we don't have land there. We are a dot nation as Biafrans. Only Niger State is almost bigger than all the Biafran territories. So what are we talking about? Let them do their livestock in the north. If we want, we come and buy. Support Eastern Security Network. Join IPOB. Let's restore Biafra. God bless Biafra. Thank you, my brother, for taking my call, because I called late, but thank you.
There were Mazi. Thank you very much. And this is where I'm going to switch up the phones. We must continue. Let me tell you, just like our brother said, countries giving bribe to get what they want from others. Yes, bribery is corruption, but it's a tool. It's just like giving ammunition. America giving weapons to other countries to kill themselves. But in their own country, they control the ammunitions. You understand? So let me say this, in my epilogue. In world politics, it's about interest. There is nothing like conscience. Nothing is good or bad. The only thing that is good or bad is if you can get away with the consequences. That is it. That's why countries kill. They kill in the name of countries. They remove human lives. Are you hearing me? In the 80s, when America wanted to start a Star War, of building technology, that in the satellite, I mean in space, that can be able to be shooting down missiles like mostly nuclear weapons. Building it will be permanent in the space, waiting for anywhere, because once missiles are fired, they fly up. So that system will be used in shooting down, detecting any part of the world. Soviet Union saw it as a menace because they want to reduce Soviet Union into ordinary world power, not superpower any longer. Because there are two superpowers, America and Russia now, former Soviet Union, Russia, the two superpowers. But America wanted to monopolize and become the only superpower in that weaponry. And Russia said no, they never have this kind of technology. They tried, they never acquired it. If America have it, they are finished. They will be reduced as ordinary. They have nuclear weapon like others, but they can't do much with it. So they can't have any weight at all as a superpower. They will be reduced as only world power. So what did they do? They started eliminating the scientists that are involved in that program in different parts of the Western world, in London, in United Kingdom, in everywhere, different parts of Europe. Are you hearing me? And that is how that program was dissolved. Are you hearing me? So there is nothing like good or bad or conscience. All these ones is for conscience is for population. I am telling you. As long as you can, what discourages or makes you see something as bad like that is the consequences. Can you be able to face the repercussion? If you can face it, now you do it. What makes you fear is the repercussion, not about the conscience is good or bad. No, it's after once you look at the conscience. I mean the consequences. You try now to say as if it's a conscience that is doing. No, it's a repercussion. If you confess the repercussion, you will do it. So, what am I trying to say? In this world, you have to fight. There is nothing like begging. It doesn't. This is where I always want to hint, because this is where our people are getting it wrong. They thought that with begging, you can get. No, you fight. Look at the Sokoto Caliphate. From 1804, that Ottoman Danfodio started that jihadism in the northern part of Nigeria. Till today, they never deviated. They maintained that program, that policy, that jihad. Ask yourself, if it is us, for example, we would have stopped and say, okay, now it's okay. No, we are no more. That one, they are our ancestors. After all, they are evil self. They killed. They have gone. So now is our own side to chart our own path. Do you see the mistakes, fatal mistakes? Our pattern of thinking that is flawed. No focus. It's only IPOB that has come and brought up a focus to us. Before, we have no focus. As Igbo people, we didn't have any type of focus. That's why everybody is Nigeria. You are defending Nigeria. You are ready to kill your brother for Nigeria. And the Northerners, they are laughing at you. They are not laughing at you. Do you see how bad it is? We use our whole heart in Nigeria, thinking that it's our country, without knowing that it is a British creation. It is a real estate property of Britain. It is written. It is written it is on record. It's a real estate of Britain. Real estate, Royal Niger Company. So what? What do you think you can change? They put it on a tripod, and they continue maintaining an imbalance, perpetual imbalance, so that you continue fighting to get balance. before you can put a pot on it. So you see that anything about Nigeria is nonsense. Britain created Nigeria on a tripod, which is flawed. Now the offsetter one of the tripod now you take all your whole life, try to balance, maintain the tripod with a fundamentally flawed one of the pillars. When are you going to talk about lighting, putting pot on it and lighting? It's impossible. Cannot progress. It's a British way. That is their thing. That is their way. So the only thing is to destroy that they have created. Now you create your own, so that Britain will no more have any handle, no vassal. If we declare Biafra, Britain will no more have access. It will no more have access as it used to have in Nigeria. It will no more have access because it's no more their thing. That their real estate will be destroyed, and everybody will go and answer their father's name. So Britain will be left alone. You understand? That is why they are trying to patch Nigeria. Anyhow, they tell you, say, don't worry. In Nigeria, we cannot allow anything to do Nigeria. Nigeria is our creation. We will not allow anything. Your diversity is your strength. The unity of Nigeria is not negotiable. They invented all this, coined all these mantras in order to continue deceiving. So there is nothing that can fix Nigeria. Our brother say if we can go around, if everybody can come on popular revolution, it's impossible. Completely impossible. Popular revolution is when you see yourself as a Nigerian. When you are balanced, you are patriotic. But there is nothing like that in Nigeria. There's nothing like that. You don't see the politicians, they have started using Igbo, they are just as they say Igbo coup. Igbo arrange the protest. So scatter, everything is scattered. There is nothing. No, there will never be a popular revolution. It's impossible. And SARS protest show you. It tells you all you need to know. Every other thing is nonsense, rubbish. Yeah, and with this unbalanced tripod, that is why the politicians are thriving. 0.001% of the population that are politicians. They are happy, thriving, very lively, singing musics, enjoying their lives, living their life, flamboyant lives. Because they are in charge. They don't serve you, they don't serve the population. They only listen to the creator, that is Britain. So these are the real beneficiaries of one Nigeria. We must remain consistently consistent. I used to say, there is no, the South Sudan fought war for 39 years. Do you know what is 39 years? Some British members of parliament today are 24 years. Some are 26. Some are 28. They are not up to 30. But that is, since they born them till now, South Sudan was fighting. Imagine that. Can you do that? Eritrea fought for how many? I think 17 years. War, continuous war for 17 years. Can you do that? We are only agitating, not war, peaceful this thing. But many people have tired. That is mental weakness. I hear him mentally weak. You are not mentally strong. So, let me tell you, all these powers, they want people that are mentally strong. So that it shows them that, look, what you are doing is very important for you. But once we go back and wow, nothing magazine, wow, you're just like normally usual average Igbo person. Na kamgazorozia ya na ndị a na-anụzikwe na na-azị ka ekwere ebe DDoS one ka ewe na-anụzikwe olu ha na anya. They forget, you become discouraged because you are not mentally tough. And that is why you keep on being in slavery, enslaved by others that are mentally tough. The Fulanis are highly mentally tough. They maintain their policy. They maintain their focus since 200 years plus till today. Can you do that? Ask yourself, can you do that? You continue fighting, and after you transfer it to your children, your children, your children. Do you think it's easy? Oh, him na JMM sim na emekwendi admire because you wanted their type of mentality. You wanted their type of mentality. And they do na-aga n'ọhịa ha na-aba na-aga mosquito na-agbagbu ha ma ndị a na-egbukwa egbu a na-egbu ha. They don't care. But all of them are working in tandem. No one can you do that? Overall, small thing, you become discouraged. Nah, we're sinners and want to say for they see him on Facebook. No, they hear him again. Only you have excuse because you need good life, but good life that you can never live. The real good life is having control over our collective destiny. There is nothing proud like that. Look at UAE. They are imposing 640,000 naira visa fee, application fee. Not a guarantee that they will give you visa. How do you think that any citizen of UAE will feel? They feel like they are demigod. If you have any UAE friend, you want to lick his ass so that he will help you to get visa. How proud will you feel if you are in his shoes? We have our Biafra where people are trying to come. Where people are paying huge amount of money trying to come to work. How will you be? How proud will you be? Just imagine yourself. You see. But can you do what they did? That's the big question. Can you be mentally tough in order to pass through what they did? In order to gold, you are seeing shining, it passed through the fire. It passed through fire. It passed through fire before it molded, started the police being polished and start shining. And you are proud that you are wearing gold. That is like that. What we always see is the end product without trying to understand, trying to imagine, or trying to see what they did. This is what IPOB is trying to imbibe in our mentality, to be mentally tough, so that we take care of we restore a country that we can be in charge of our destiny. Many forces have said Britain created Nigeria. They vowed that we are not going to take charge of our destiny, that we are lower human beings. After they gave us on to the Fulani, Fulani also vowed, Ahmad Bello said that they will never allow us to be in charge of our destiny. Double. What is facing us is double wahala. Double, if not triple wahala. Now, do you think that we are going to get to our destination through Abakata? We will stop and start giving excuses. Nah, you see the condition now. Wow, nah, you see what happened. I say it's that we Igbos, we always have 1 million excuses to justify our failure. But IPOB will not. We not trade that pattern. I say we fail, we take responsibility, like that Kenyan person. But we are not going to fail. There's no excuse that justifies failure. Nothing that justifies failure. Nothing. Oh, I got 3 years. That's why you failed. Nothing more. Stop. You failed. Stop giving excuse. People fought for 39 years. Look at Palestine now. They have been fighting since how many decades? Since 1948. They have been fighting till today. When they have their country, now you start applying for visa to go there. But you don't know what they pass through. When it reaches your side, you say, nah, wow, you cannot pass through what they pass. Are you a human being? Let us stop giving excuses of failure. This and you give excuse because you are weak. We have no reason to fail. We have no reason to fail. IPOB, we have no reason to fail. That is why Biafra remains our religion. It remains who we are. It remains everything concerning us. It remains our ideology. Therefore, fasten your seatbelts because we must continue. There is no failure. Thank you for listening. From me, Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, from here, it is simply good evening.